In this video, I'm going to show you how to help your child learn the alphabet, and we're going to do it in a multisensory way. What does multisensory mean? All it means is see it, say it, do it. And if we learn things by seeing them, by saying them, and by doing them, then we have more chance of remembering them. All you need to begin with is an alphabet arc and some capital letters. Why do we need an arc? Well, it's much easier to see and get a feel for the order of the letters of the alphabet if they are presented in an arc. You don't need a fancy one like I've got. You can draw one if you want to, but if not, just get a sheet of paper or get some chalk and just draw a big arc. Why do we start with capital letters? Well, with capitals, there are less letters that look like each other. Therefore, if your child has literacy difficulties, if they don't know all of the letters or find them a bit confusing, or if they've got dyslexia, then this is a good way to start because it's less confusing for them. So the first thing that we're going to look at when we teach and learn the alphabet is the markers. Now, all the markers are the first letter of the alphabet, the last letter of the alphabet, and the middle letters of the alphabet. So this is what I mean. So first of all, we know the alphabet starts with an A. So you're going to get your child to put the A on there first. If they want to lay it out like this so that they can see it, that is fine. I'm going to do it like this just so that I know that you can see everything that we're doing and I know it fits on this arc. The last letter then, Z. So we put that at the end of our arc. What letters come in the middle of the alphabet? We're going to put the two middle ones down. Those are M and N. So that is the first thing to make sure your child is secure with. So every time you do the alphabet with them on the arc, you just say, right, first of all, put your markers out. It just helps them get a bit of a feel for where things come within the order of the alphabet. But the other really good thing is that when you're teaching the alphabet, it helps you to break it into bits. You can teach the first half of the alphabet and then you can teach the second half of the alphabet, or you can break it down further than that if you want to. So the next thing we're going to do, when they are more secure with their markers, we're going to say to them, right, can you put the letters out for this first bit of the alphabet? Let them have a go and see how far they get. And what we're going to work towards is just teaching this first half. So they should get to a point where they are able to say A, B. This is how it becomes multisensory, because when they are saying the letters or when they are putting the letters out, they are also saying it, and they're also physically moving them as well, which will help them remember. So A, B, C, D, E. If they get to a point and they're like, I don't know what comes next, if they know their alphabet and can say it, get them to say it. But don't just get them to reel it off. Some children that I work with just say it really, really quickly. What we want them to do is point to what they've already got. So A, B, C, D, E. What comes next? F. Brilliant. And it's okay to give them help with that if they need it, because at the end of the day they're learning it and we're teaching them it as well. G, H, I, J. Where's the K? K. These are magnetic, so you might see them move a little bit, but that's okay. L. So just to recap, the first thing you're doing is teaching them the markers. Then you're going to teach them the first half of the alphabet. See what they know already. Make sure as they put down those letters, they say their letter names. And if they get stuck, get them to point to the letters, get them to say the letter name, and see if that will help them figure out what comes next. The other thing you might want to do if you know that they're going to really struggle with having all of these letters, just put out the markers for them to sort on the letters from the first half of the alphabet, because then if we take these away, if we don't have them here, once they've done this bit, they've got a real sense of achievement because they can see that they have done all of those letters of the alphabet. So that's another thing you might want to consider. When you've done the first half of the alphabet and when they're quite secure with that, we then move on to the second half of the alphabet. So again, you could get them to point and say the letters of the alphabet to help guide what happens next. So what comes after L, M, N, O? Get them to find the O and put that in place. What comes after that? P, Q, R, S. Something to watch out for here, something that I often find, is that we get X, because S and X sound very similar. So watch out for that. If that happens, let them carry on, see how far they get, and then correct them. Because what you might find is they might correct themselves. But if not, just explain it to them. And it might be something that you have to go over a few times, and when they're practicing it, you could preempt it. If they get to R, go, oh, it's that confusing one that comes next. Do you know what it is? So we've got S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So that is how you teach your child the alphabet. They're learning it through seeing it, they're learning it through doing it, and they're learning it through saying it. So start off with those markers, learn the first half or the first quarter of the alphabet, and then learn the second half of the alphabet. And while they're doing it, encourage them to point to the letters and say their names. If you tune in again next week, I'm going to show you some alphabet games that we can play that make this a lot more fun, a lot more interactive, and also will increase your child's chances of remembering the different letters of the alphabet. I hope you found that interesting, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.